everyone, welcome to this week's episode of Youth Online. Have we got a show for you? Alright, let's see what you guys have been up to this week. Hattie is raising donations for her YWAM trip. And Rafi, check out these licks. What's going on with the youth team, I hear you ask? Well, we all streamed FIFA 20 online, and Ashley started the most incredible YouTube channel. Check it out. Have you got it? You got McDonald's?
Tastes like freedom, baby.
No, you did it.
What's he saying? I can't even hear him.
He said you did it.
Why don't I? How did you get it? From Tooting?
We went to Sam's church, so we did this at the Burger King.
Go to a church,
yeah,
because they're all closed. You just order it to a church that's in the location, 1.5 miles, and then you get your food.
But they shut it down right this morning. I was looking all morning.
I can't hear what he's saying.
Yeah, it was down up until like an hour ago. I've been refreshing my screen trying to get it, but...
You have it here, everyone. LD has the first ever McDonald's.
Like freedom, baby.
Freedom Day has come into her mouth.
America.
America is landed.
I love it. Oh, no. We're back, baby.
Coming up this week, Jess's amazing talk. Check it out. I'd wanted a double cheeseburger for so long. Now head over to Luca, who's going to lead us in worship. Join in with the words on the screen.
I wanna follow you with all my heart. I worship you, God. I wanna follow you with all my heart. I worship you, God. We have come to give you glory. We have come to give you praise. We have come to give you glory. Welcome in this place. You're 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 welcome in this place. Have your way. Have your way. Have your way. Have your way, Lord, have your way. You're welcome in this place. 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 Have come to give you glory. We have come to give you praise. You're welcome in this place. 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 Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Thanks so much, Luca. You know, Youth Alpha is the most incredible tool to invite your mates to explore life's biggest questions. Last week, I heard this talk from Jess on the Younger Youth Journal. I thought we all need to hear it. Every week, we're going to be running Youth Alpha online. And so here's a talk from Jess she did from last week.
Hey HTB Youth, it's Jess here. If we haven't had the pleasure of meeting, my name's Jess. I'm one of the youth pastors here at HTB. I hope that you're all doing really well. I want to talk to you today about what it looks like to put your faith into action. Now, it is great to take time to nurture your own faith. It's really good to do things daily to ensure that you've got a close, intimate relationship with Jesus. But we're actually not called to keep that faith to ourselves. We're called and we're instructed to go and share that faith with those around us. In the Bible, there is a book called Matthew. It's one of the Gospels. And in the book of Matthew, chapter 28, it says, "Go and make disciples of all nations." In other words, it's saying, go and share your faith with those around you. Share it with your friends, your teachers, your family. Share with them this faith that you have in a guy called Jesus. Now, before we get into it, I want you to know that it isn't always going to be easy. You might have plucked up the courage to talk to one of your friends about your faith and now you're feeling really embarrassed. Or you've invited them along to something and they've said no. Now that's why in the book of Hebrews chapter 11 it says this: faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. Now it's so important to carry with us that hope through the good times but also through the bad times. And it says that in Hebrews chapter 6 that hope is an anchor for the soul. In other words, we can put our trust and we can put our hope in the promises of God. And we can read some of those promises in the Bible. God promises that he can turn all situations for good. He promises that he has plans for your life. He promises that, yes, this journey might be tough, it might have its ups and its downs, but through faith in him, we can have life everlasting. And that if we put our hope in him, even in the tough times, that hope will act as an anchor for us, reminding us to not to give up, but to share it with those around us. Now, my friend Talua, some of you might know her, she's on the youth team here. She's one of our younger youth volunteers. A couple of months back, she shared a preach with me. She said, I was watching this and I thought of you. So I watched it, and in it, the preacher had this analogy. Now, I've changed it slightly, but I hope it still makes sense. I just want you to imagine for a second that you found a cure for a broken leg. Go with me. Imagine you're in lockdown. You don't have to imagine that, you're in lockdown. Imagine you're in your house and you stumble upon this cure for a broken leg. Now, I'm not sure about you, but I'm pretty sure you would want to share that with every single person you come into contact with, whether they've got a broken leg or not. You'd be like, hey, I've got a cure for something. You've broken your leg? I can fix that. I can cure that because I have a cure. Now, HTB Youth, we have something that is so much better than a cure for a broken leg. We have got the hope that comes with living a life with Jesus. Now, there's this song that I've been listening to recently. It's called The Father's House. And in it, there is this line that I love. It says that the story isn't over if the story isn't good. And failure is never final if the Father's in the room. That's the kind of hope we're talking about. That's the kind of promise that we're talking about. That if a situation doesn't look good, it's not the end. Now, I'm not sure about you, but I think that is an incredible thing to share with those around us. Now, my friend Zoe, some of you might know her. When we were 18 years old, we led a small group together at Focus, which is like our week away as a church. Now, we led a year 7 girls small group. It was the first ever small group we led. And those girls are now in year 10, and some of them still come here, and which makes me feel very old, but that's beside the point. I met Zoe when we were both in year 8 at school, and Zoe is the person that invited me along to HTB when I was 16 years old. Now, Zoe, I'm not exaggerating, must have invited over half of my year at school, and I'd say maybe like 10 or 15 of those people actually came to church. You might be thinking, 15 people, that's a lot of people to say yes to an invite. And it is a lot, but that's only because she invited like 60, 70 people. Now, I want you to think for a second. If Zoe had stopped inviting people to church, the first time that someone said no to her, I'd have never have gotten an invite. I would have never have come to HTB, I'd have never have done the Alpha course, I'd have never have met with Jesus, I'd have never have had my life transformed, and I'd have never have become a youth pastor here. Now for me that's a bit mad, but it's only because Zoe carried around that hope with her. That hope acted as an anchor for her through the good times and the bad times. It said, don't give up. Don't stop sharing your faith, because for some of these people, that invite is going to change their lives. Now, you might be sitting there thinking, it's fine for you to share your faith, Jess. You're a youth pastor. It's literally what you're paid to do. And it's fine for Zoe to share her faith because her friends knew she went to church. But my friends don't even know I'm a Christian. They don't know I'm watching this live link, and you want me to share my faith with them? Now, I want you to listen. I'm not telling you to share your faith by picking up the phone and calling your friends and shouting at them and saying, do you know that Jesus died for you and that if you repent from your sins, you'll be saved? Because I'm not being funny, but that's scary. If you do that to your friends, they will be scared. If you did that to me, I would be scared. You don't have to be weird in order to share your faith. You don't have to be scary. You don't have to use church kind of language that no one really understands. You don't have to be someone different. In order to share your faith, all you have to do is be you. Now, if you want to put your faith into action this week, it might look something like this. Sending a friend the link to this live link and saying to them, hey, I watch this thing every week and I think you might enjoy it. You're more than welcome to watch along with us. That's it. That's you taking a bold step of faith and inviting a friend along. Now, they might say yes, but they also might say no. But the most important thing is that you took that step of faith. You invited your friends along and you put your faith into action.
All right, what an amazing opportunity we have to invite our friends to Youth Alpha. I want us all to pray right now for our friends who we're going to invite. So let's pray like this. VIP3. It's a very important prayer for a very important person for a very important purpose. So, whilst we listen to this reading from Matthew chapter 5, verse 14 to 16, from the Message version, let's think about 3 people that we should invite to Youth Alpha. Okay? Claudia, over to you.
Here's another way to put it. You're here to be the light, bringing out the God colours in the world. God is not a secret to be kept. We're going to go public with this, as public as a city on a hill. If I make you light bearers, you don't think I'm going to hide you under a bucket, do you? I'm putting you on a light stand. Now that I've put you there on a hilltop, on a light stand, shine. Keep open house. Be generous with your lives. By opening up to others, you'll prompt people to be open with God. This is the generous Father in heaven.
Okay, so now comes the challenge. Text, DM, PM, Snap, whatever you cool kids do to contact a mate and invite them to Youth Alpha. It starts this Wednesday and every Wednesday each week. So go on, text them right now, send them a message, and let's see how many of our friends we can get along to Youth Alpha online. Let's do this together. Thanks so much for joining us. Don't forget to invite a friend to Youth Alpha online. Send them a DM right now and join our Zoom groups. See you next week.
I like it, you know that's the way that I feel. And I need it every day, it's becoming so real. When I'm falling, I'll never hit the ground, 'cause you catch me now. When I'm calling, I know you're right there next to me, confidential listening. I'm addicted to you, and your love is enough for me. It set me free, and I'll be sleeping in your arms just as long as I look to you. My mind's renewed. I'm addicted to you, and your love is enough for me. It set me see you. Broke the chains as you set me free. I can feel you breaking wild as you're running through me. You know that you're everything to me. Just take me, I wanna do everything that you want from me. I'm addicted to you, and your love is enough for me. It set me free, and I'll be safe in your arms just as long as I look to you. My mind's renewed. I'm addicted to you, and your love is enough for me. It set me free. I'll be safe in your arms just as long as I look to you. My mind's renewed. You rescued me so I can be free to love, and you made me strong. Now I am forever safe in your hands. You rescued me so